Shalom Israel, Shalom, Brother Nahum, with the exhortation through the Spirit. First off, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to the Most High God, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Another day in this fight, another day in this truth, another walk with Yahweh Shah, and we got another chance to get it right, man. The title of this exhortation is, Everything is in the Most High's hands. We don't control nothing. Let's start that off with one of my favorite precepts. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10 and verse number 23. And it reads, O Yahweh, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps. Because we don't know what we're doing. Like Paul said in the book of Romans chapter 7, when we want to do right, we do what's wicked. We fight in our flesh, we bind our flesh, and then many times we lose into our flesh. But then at the same time, when it's time for us to get away from this evilness, the Most High give us a way to get away from it. He takes us away from it. Even when we want to do wicked and go off, he blocks us from it. The Most High is undefeated. Jeremiah 10 and 23 again. O Yahweh, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps. Why? Because the Most High already know that our ways are perverse. And our ways lead to what? Death. It's the book of Proverbs chapter 14 and verse number 12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. Because that's what we're looking at. Every time we following our own flesh out here and not following the ways of the Most High, keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. Everybody falls to their sins. I don't care who it is. I don't care how righteous brothers say they are. You're going to fall to your sins some point in time, from the time you was born to the time you leave this earth. Nobody walking this earth right now is perfect. But you can strive to be perfect by keeping your mind on the precepts and keeping the commandments to the best of your abilities, like the book of 1 Kings chapter 8 and verse 61 says. But I'm going to read this one more time. So like it's the book of Proverbs chapter 14 and verse number 12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. Why is that? Because we know what the ways of death is. Sin. It's the book of Romans chapter 6 verse 23. For the wages of sin is death, but the gift of God is eternal life through Yahweh Shah HaMashiach our Lord. So we know the reason why we fall into sin is because of this flesh that we in. And we know that when we sin, we go off, hey man, we run the risk of dying even faster. That grace and mercy getting shorter and shorter every time we commit a sin against the Most High and not keeping his commandments. That's why we got to do what? Cleave to the Most High. We got to follow that light. We got to do everything that we're supposed to do through the Spirit and through righteousness. That's the book of Proverbs, chapter 6 and verse 23. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life. Because this commandment going to guide you where to go in this darkness, walking in this valley in the shadow of darkness, like the book of Psalms chapter 23 say. Yea, though I walk through the valley in the shadow of darkness, I will fear no evil. Why? Because of Proverbs 6 and 23. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, to guide us through all this evil and this wickedness, to show us how to abstain from the evil, to refrain from the evil, to rebuke the evil, to hate the evil, and love the good. The Most High gonna give us a way all the time. And it's right here in front of us, these commandments. One more time. Proverbs 6 and 23. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life. That's how we got to live out here, man. We got to take these reproofs. We got to take these rebukes, because the Most High going to speak to us whether we understand it or not. He going to use people. He going to use situations. Most of the time, he going to use demons to get on us. Like, you know you're not supposed to be doing this while you're entertaining this. And then you can see a demon ready to put you in a situation before it even happens. An evil spirit. This is the book of Job, chapter 33, verse number 14. For the Most High speaketh once, yea, twice, yet man perceiveth it not. Because we don't look at these points where you got a brother, the Most High will make a video pop up on your timeline while you're on social media or on YouTube that's dealing with the exact same thing that you're going with. Or the Most High have a brother or a sister to call you out the blue, asking about you, saying a word about you, telling you about something that you ain't even talked to them about to tell them about. That's the Most High speaking to you. They don't know these things. They're not mind readers. But the Most High has us all on one accord, being that we are his children of the nation of Israel. We not always in tune, but we always in tune with the Most High for those that got ears to hear. And we're going to go to this one because this is one of my favorites too. This is one of the main things that we got to remember. This is the book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse number 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and Yahweh have not done it? Everything that comes upon us in this life, in this world, in this captivity, is from the Most High. Like we read earlier in Jeremiah 10 and 23. Paraphrasing it, we know it's not in the ways of man to direct his steps, because the Most High direct us in everything that we do, righteousness or wickedness. And for the people that say not, this verse right here proves it. Amos 3 and 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in a city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city, and Yahweh have not done it? Because the Most High is the one that allows these spirits to hop on us in these councils that he having with these spirits and Satan, like in the book of Job, chapter 1 and chapter 2. These councils go on daily. I can't say that enough because it's for myself and for everybody else also. We got to fight these demons with everything that we have because the Most High is testing us right now. He's proving us before Jacob's trouble pops all the way off, before World War III pops all the way off, before this famine hits, before Yahweh Shah comes back. The Most High is testing us right now. And the main thing that we got to do, being Israelites and believing, is trusting in the Most High. Why? One of my favorite books, the book of Nahum, chapter 1 and verse number 7. Yahweh is good, a stronghold in the day of trouble. Yahweh is good, like Yahweh Shah told us in Matthew chapter 19 and verse 17. Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is the Most High. And we got that same thing right here in the Old Testament. The book of Nahum, chapter 1 and verse number 7 again. Yahweh is good, a stronghold in the day of trouble, and he knoweth them that trust in him. The Most High knows who honestly trust in him. Those that are striving and fighting to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. That are not just staying down when they fall. That are trying to get back up. That's asking the Most High to get back up and keep them in righteousness. Why? Because this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 24, and verse number 16. For a just man falleth 7 times, and riseth up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief. Because everybody gonna fall. Everybody gonna fall a complete number of times. No matter how many times you fall, it's of the Most High. The thing is that the Most High put the spirit on brothers and sisters to get back up when they fall and not just wallow in their wickedness and do worse and worse and worse. I can attest to this myself. The Most High done allowed me to fall numerous times, sometimes with the same sin, because I wasn't being diligent and doing everything that I need to do as far as keeping these commandments and doing the work of the Most High. I was trying to go off and do my own thing. I had to realize Proverbs 14 and 12. There's a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. I'm to the point where I'm not afraid to die, but at the same time, I don't want to rush my death. I want to do everything I can for the Most High while I have time and while I have the understanding of this truth. And brothers and sisters should strive to do the exact same thing. We got to do the work in these last days, regardless if it's out on the corners teaching, whether it's teaching the people that's close around you, whether it's getting your household in order, whether it's repenting, keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments better than you did earlier today or yesterday, whether it's loving your neighbor better, whether it's stop committing so many sins we used to commit as a nation of people. Something that I'm seeing right now that's going on is us as a nation, we done got too comfortable. And it's a whole lot of mixing the truth with the world. Brothers is bringing aspects of the world into the truth. That's mixing wine like Yahweh Shah told us not to do. We have to get away from that. Because if we don't, there's going to be a sore punishment to pay, which we're going to have to pay anyway, but we don't want to make it any worse by trying to go about and do our own will and our own thing. Why? Because the Most High already told us what's going to happen. We're going to be punished. We're going to be destroyed. We're going to have to follow his commandments. Matter of fact, let's get that. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 58 and verse 11. And the Lord shall guide thee continually, and satisfy thy soul in drought, and make fat thy bones, and thou shalt be like a watered garden, and like a spring of water, whose waters fail not. Because the Most High gonna do that. When you listen, repenting, keeping these commandments, doing what we're supposed to be doing as a nation of people and individuals, holding our brothers up. Why? Because the Most High said this. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 55 and verse 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. Whatever the Most High said gonna happen, it's gonna happen, man. Ain't nothing we can do to stop it. All we can do is help it. And all we can do, Most High willing, pray for the Most High to take us out the way of a bunch of affliction that we don't have to go through. Most High willing. But that's not up for us to decide. All we can do is be patient and do the work. And why do we have to be patient? Yahweh Shah told us why do we have to be patient. It's the book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse number 19. In your patience, possess ye your souls. Because that's the only thing that the Most High gave us that's beneficial to us and the Most High. We have to keep the souls that the Most High gave us. Most High willing. By doing these laws, statutes, and commandments. Because when the Most High take your soul away, yeah, you can still be in the land of the living. But what you gonna be in the land of the living? A zombie? Another brother and sister walking around sleeping in the world like you was before you came into this truth? Most High willing, the Most High don't put nobody back to sleep that's already awakened. And the brothers that's stumbling and falling now, like myself, Most High willing, we can get back on fire and do this work for the Most High even mightier than we going now. Because we waiting on the Most High to send Yahweh Shah back. We waiting on the Most High to allow us to get right through the Spirit so we can get everything that he promised to us and our forefathers through the Spirit of righteousness. But it's the other Most High. And let's get this precept to prove that. It's the book of Luke, chapter 22, and verse number 41. Start at 41. And he was withdrawn from them about a stone's cast and kneeled down and prayed. This is Yahweh Shah. When he was up in the mount, for they came and got him. Verse 42, saying, Father, if thou be willing, remove this cup from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but thine be done. That's what we got to hope for. That's what we praying for. That's what we waiting for. That's what we being patient for. Because the Most High is going to make this thing pop like he wanted to, like a big, nasty zit. We see what's going on in the economy. We see what's going on with Donald Trump and Joe Biden and all these other devils. We see what's going on out here with the Jewish people, the small hats, the Amalekites that the Bible speaks of. We see what's going on, how they ramping up, putting all these secret councils together, trying to stop us from doing this work, trying to stop us from serving our God, because they didn't think we was going to wake up. They thought we was just going to be niggas forever, living in sin. But the Most High already knew that was going to happen. And the Most High already knew that we was going to raise up as a nation. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 1 and verse number 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee. And I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. Brothers and sisters got to understand. In these last days, we prophets and prophetess, Salaki. We got to go out and speak this word, whether they hear for bear. The Most High put us in His truth so we can edify our people. Whether you're on a large platform, whether you're just telling one or two people, that's the lot that the Most High gave you. Don't let another brother's work dictate what the Most High got for you, because that's going to make you be discouraged in these last days. Don't try to live up to the standard of everybody else. Live up to the lot that the Most High got you in. But do this work wherever you can, whenever you can, in all honesty and sincerity. Because the Most High done already told us what this world is going to. It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, and verse number 29. Lo, this only have I found, that the Most High hath made men upright, but they have sought out many inventions. That goes back to what I was saying earlier about the brothers and sisters mixing a whole lot of worldly things into this truth. That's why we got so many spirits flying around in this truth now that can't be tamed, that are not fleeing away the way that they used to. They stronger. Because the Most High made it happen like this ultimately, because this is part of His sifting process. How do we know this? Proverbs 20 and 24, the classic. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 20 and verse 24. Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? Because Yahweh does all these things. Yahweh is turning up the nation of Yasharallah in righteousness. The Most High is afflicting us through these evil devils that's causing all this oppression. The Most High made that cop shoot Sister Sonya like that. That should have been our wake-up call as a nation. But yet, I still see brothers on social media arguing about how the sister called on Yahweh Shah using the name Jesus. Why is brothers still arguing about that? We got more important things to worry about. Everybody doesn't know his name is Yahweh Shah. But as long as our people know that they Israelites and they repent and keeping these commandments, we can do everything that we need to do. We're going to get up out of this. But until we come together and start loving one another, it's only going to get worse. Because we going to be our own defense in that day for one another. Of course, the Most High going to protect us. Of course, Yahweh Shah and the angels going to protect us. Those of us that are keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. But it's going to start with us. We have to start loving one another more. We have to put aside these differences more. We have to do what the Most High told us to do and stop trying to do what man wants us to do and what us wants to do in the flesh. Why? It's the book of James, chapter 4 and verse number 7. Submit yourselves, therefore, to the Most High. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. And we know in the book of Luke, chapter 4 and verse number 13, if I'm not mistaken, that devil he gonna flee just for a season. That don't mean he gonna flee for good and stay gone. He gonna flee, give you time to take a break for you to get relaxed and come back stronger than he was the last time. That's why we gotta fight this thing in love and righteousness in the Most High's, in Yahweh Shah's name. Keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. Because that's what's gonna get us out of this. The main thing that we gotta remember though, verse number 8, draw nigh to the Most High, and he will draw nigh to you. Cleanse your hands, ye sinners, and purify your hearts, ye double-minded. Because that's my biggest problem. I can't lie. I was double-minded. Sometimes I want to do the work, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm good with doing the work because the Most High got my situation going okay, and then sometimes I get discouraged because I'm stressed and going through so much. But I have to stop being double-minded in that. Brothers and sisters also have to stop being double-minded in whatever they being double-minded in and decide to do this work and live in that light that the Most High got us in. Verse number 9, be afflicted and mourn and weep. Let your laughter be turned to mourning and your joy to heaviness, because those the times that's coming. And we can't do nothing about it. Brothers always saying, I can't wait to get up out of here. Yahweh Shah coming back. We ready to get the kingdom. Well, that's something that's got to happen. James 4 and 9, be afflicted and mourn and weep. Let your laughter be turned to mourning and your joy to heaviness. Because that's what we got to go through to get out of here. Why? The ultimate goal. Verse 10, humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, and he shall lift you up. Because going through all this stuff that we about to go through as a nation and individuals, that's what's going to humble us the most. The Most High can tell us what's going to happen. But us as a people being stiff-necked and won't listen to the Most High until we actually go through it, that's when we're going to get humble. A lot of us. And we have to pay attention because the Most High is turning this thing up quick. There's no time to be playing. We living in the last days. If you don't believe me, you can go outside right now and look up at the sky. Look at the clouds. Look at the sun. Look at the way everything is. And think to yourself, how much different is this, the sky and the clouds and nature that the Most High controls? How much different is it now than it was last year, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago? Look at the weather. Look at the climate. Look at the animals. Look at the people. The Most High is turning this thing up. It's coming to an end very drastically. And it's a whole bunch of people, including myself, that's not ready. But we got to get ready, Most High willing. It's the book of James, chapter 4, and verse number 15. For that ye ought to say, if the Lord will, we shall live and do this or that. We always got to remember that. Most High will, I can do this. Most High will, I can do that. I'm going to do this, Most High willing. I'm going to survive, Most High willing. I'm going to die for this truth, Most High willing. That's how we got to be through the Spirit. Because the Most High don't owe us nothing. The Most High don't need none of us. It's His grace and mercy that allows us to stay out here in this truth, knowing these laws, statutes, and commandments in His name, and being able to do this work for Him, no matter how big or small. It's the book of Lamentations, chapter 3, and verse number 21. This I recall to my mind, therefore have I hope. It is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed, because His compassions fail not. His compassions don't fail, man. His mercy ain't never ran out on nobody in the nation of Israel. Because we still here, we still have a chance. Those of our ancestors that are not here, they lived out their life. And if we hear again, some of our ancestors will be born back in this generation of children being born now. But we have to strive and remember this hope. Lamentations 3 and 21. This I recall to my mind, therefore have I hope. It is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed, because His compassions fail not. But we also have to remember this key precept. It's the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 15, and verse number 26. And it reads, but if he say, Salakia, but if he thus say, I have no delight in thee, behold, here am I, let him do to me as seemeth good unto him. Because a whole bunch of brothers say they went with what the Most High went. But then as soon as the Most High put them in a situation in a lower state, brothers complaining, groaning, don't want to do this no more. I have to admit, I was a victim of that at once. And the Most High ignited my spirit back. Like, hey, you asked for this. I didn't have to give you this. I gave you a taste of it and you asked for more. So be happy in this affliction. You know you sinned against the Most High. And the Most High told us what? Through the prophet Micah. It's the book of Micah, chapter 7, and verse number 9. I will bear the indignation of the Lord, because I have sinned against Him, until He plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold His righteousness. That's what we waiting on. Because when that time comes, the Most High willing, we live to see it. That's when Yahweh shall come back to save us. When Yahweh shall come back to save us, ain't nothing these spirits, ain't nothing that these heathens, ain't nothing that our own people gonna be able to do against the anointed and the chosen of the Lord to save us out of here. We're gonna see His righteousness. How? It's closing precept. It's the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 14, and verse number 11. And Asa cried unto the Lord, Salakia, and Asa cried unto Yahweh his power, and said, Yahweh, it is nothing with thee to help, whether with many or with them that have no power. Help us, O Yahweh, our power, for we rest on thee. And in thy name we go against this multitude. O Yahweh, thou art our power. Let not man prevail against thee. No man, no weapon form, no nothing, not even Satan himself, can stand before the Most High and Yahweh Shah. And the Most High Yahweh Shah loves us, and they have our back. As long as we repent, keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability, we will be saved out of here. But remember, it is of the Lord that all this stuff is happening. So don't get discouraged. Take it with pride. Take it with affliction. Take it with gladness that the Most High chose you to be afflicted for knowing this truth and willing to die to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments and not living in the ways of the oppressors and the other nation. Brother Nahum, with the exhortation through the Spirit, giving all honor and glory and praise to the Most High God Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah. Stay strong, Israel. We ain't seen nothing yet. Shalom.